Again, you can't get these wrong. They're about you.
And according to her, she's going to be the one talking the whole time.
I don't know about that.
She doesn't
feel
want
like-
me saying anything that she wouldn't
I
want
gave
me
them
to
a
say.
whole rundown of what we're talking about.
She's like, do this, do this.
Don't do this.
Don't do that.
There's
Don't say
permanent
this.
evidence. It's funny because we talk about that on the wedding day because when
Yeah.
we mic you up, we start with it
Yeah.
hot and live and like listening things. So we're like, okay, you're officially on the record. Make sure whatever you're saying.
Everything can and will be held against you in the court of marriage.
We actually loved it. We mic'd him up all day and we kept
Really?
kept
That's
the
cool.
audio from the whole day just to be able
Wow.
to hear it.
Did you hear
That's so
anything
funny.
crazy?
Well, it's for
Probably-
me. It was like what I love was the sentimental moments. Like, you know, my sister came up and gave me a hug afterwards. You know, Carly. She's not super sentimental. She's like kind of like, you know, one of the boys,
She's goofy, yeah.
so to speak. And you know, she like was, you know, just ugly crying, and I got
Oh,
to
yeah.
hear our conversation and
Aw.
like, you know, relive that moment. Because, you know, photo and video, they're not going to be with you every single second of the day,
Yeah.
as much
Yeah.
as we'd love to. It's like, you know, go set up gear or whatever. Like, you know, we're still capturing the recessional and, you know, all that stuff's happening. And then you guys still have that moment because you've got the audio. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
The
love
mic
that.
doesn't leave
It's
you.
really sweet. Super cool. So, but yes, you know, you can catch the crazy things too.
Yes,
I
crazy
don't know how
things
much
as well.
crazy we had on ours though.
Yeah. Mostly I said John Mercer. That's funny. Wow.
Well, it is John Mercer.
It is John Mercer. Oh my God.
I was gonna say they're the
we
same
have two
name.
John Mercers. That's
He works
funny.
with a John Mercier, but we also had a John Mercier
Yeah.
at our, like a friend of ours
Oh,
at our
that's so
wedding.
funny.
It's Mercier.
Mercier, yeah,
Yeah.
it's slightly different.
Spell them the same.
I guess. You said you work. What's your full time? Is it your full time
Yeah.
gig?
Yep.
Okay. So John
Yeah.
Mercier works here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Mercier was our friend. He brought a saxophone to our wedding, and he's just a wild dude. Like,
He's like
Yeah.
singer, plays like 15 instruments. He
Oh
was
my
Yeah.
gosh.
dancing, like crazy dancing.
Yeah.
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 And you're a
he's
stay-at-home mom.
for the most part, and now I'm here about 18 hours a week just to plan this and do some social
Plan
media
stuff.
stuff and keep the place tidy because that wasn't always happening.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because yes, this is beyond full-time job for him.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
a lot.
Full 40 hours a week.
sometimes.
Or-
Sometimes that's a nice. That'd be nice.
That's a good week.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
So I would.
It's work, but it's not work.
I love my
What do you do
family.
exactly? Is it just like what?
You don't know what videographer.
Well, videography, obviously.
Well, I do photo and video.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, you know, we're, you know, growing a lot. So, you know, right now we're 15 team members.
Wow.
So it's like leading everyone, you know,
Yeah.
making sure
Yeah.
everyone knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just growing the company, you know, just like any way
Yeah.
I can.
Awesome.
So, you know, I am there's the destination guy, but I'm
Yeah.
also the let's plug the holes along the way and I fill in
Yeah.
wherever I can, you know,
Yeah.
need to. And, you know, like, but stuff like this, you know, absolute passion, being able to talk to couples and really relationships are kind of why we're doing this in the first place. We believe in happy, healthy marriages. We want to see people,
Yeah.
you know, actually make it through. And unfortunately, some of our past couples are no longer together and it happens, life happens. But, you know, if
wanna
we
help that not
if we
happen.
believe that we're choosing that person, that forever person, we want to sow into that. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can get, if you guys are okay with that, we can get to some relationship stuff and
Yeah.
you know, talk about it. Maybe you guys can give some advice or, you know, we can overcome some hurdles together, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all about that here. So we're
Yeah.
excited
Yeah, definitely.
to get to talk to you.
Yeah, it's funny. People have been like, "Oh, so once you get the business to a certain place, like, will he stop filming the weddings? Like, he just won't go. He'll hire the people to do it." And he's like, "I don't know if I could ever do that, just because
Yeah.
like this is the best part. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
being with you on that day is by far the best part. Now, his passion is also business owning, but like for the people. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely our heart very much. And even behind this podcast, it's not just like sit here and like, you know, do the fun stuff also, but like really get to the nitty gritty of like, it's a relationship at the core of it. It's a marriage. Like the day is awesome, but like the deeper part is it's a marriage, and that's the more important part. So,
Exactly.
but on that note, let's do something fun.
Amazing.
So a super fun way to get to know you, we're just doing rapid fire questions. So we'll do it whatever order you guys want, but I'll ask a question and then one of you answers, the next one answers.
Okay.
We also get to see like what you guys see eye to eye on and what you guys are different on. So, because we're
right.
individuals and that's okay. All right. So, morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Morning.
Okay. Spontaneous road trip or planned vacation?
Planned
Planned
vacation.
vacation.
TV show or movie?
TV show.
Movie.
Okay. Explore a new city or go on a safari?
Go on a safari.
Explore a new city.
Okay. Mountains and lakes or beach and oceans?
Beach and ocean.
Beach and ocean.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that. First place you're going is by that beach house with some
yeah.
water.
That's true. That's true.
I just got done. My legs are peeling.
That's
awesome.
great. All right. Who's better at pickleball?
I am.
No, I am. I just won.
She goes, I just
We
won.
played yesterday.
Oh, she smoked you.
We both won a game. It was 1-1.
Equal. We're getting there.
We're
it's a new
getting there.
sport that we're trying out.
Yeah.
I love that. I love doing that together. That's awesome. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Sunset.
Give breakfast in bed or get it?
Get
Yeah.
breakfast.
Wait, which one?
Oh.
I
Get-
said
Get
Give?
breakfast.
Okay.
I like
Host a
breakfast.
party for the big game or go alone to see it live?
Say it again.
Host a party for the big game or go alone to see it live?
I'd say host a party for the big game.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say host a party too.
Cool. Who takes more pictures?
She does.
Me.
Action movie or rom-com?
Action movie.
I like the romantic ones.
Rom-com. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Cool. What's the last movie you watched?
Oh, we just watched that one with Zac Efron in it. I mean, not Zac Efron.
Baywatch?
No.
We saw
It was with Zac Efron. It's
the other night. Remember we
it's
didn't
trending
finish it?
on.
The one we didn't finish the other night.
Oh, I don't even know. I can't think of any movies.
It was
Oh, is it a newer one? Was Zac
It's on
Efron?
Netflix. We watched it at the beach. What was that one?
what was the one we just watched 2 days ago?
Oh my gosh, we watched The Parent Trap.
The Parent
That was
Parent
such a
Trap.
classic.
Okay, wait, which one though?
The first
Lindsay
one.
Lohan?
Oh,
Yeah,
Or the
Lindsay
original?
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
That's not the original?
No, there's
it's
another
not.
one.
What was the one that we watched on Netflix though? I can't remember. It was really good.
I think I can't remember the
It's
title,
like,
but I have seen it.
I don't even know.
It was like it's about where like he
It's her manager.
It's her manager, and then
Yes.
he ends up like dating the mom of the manager.
Spicy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Little rom-com, little action
crazy.
together.
It's crazy.
All right, wedding hashtag or no?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
She doesn't even
wedding
know what
hashtag.
that is.
So they will come up with like a hashtag that like includes their name or whatever
I
for
think
your
it would
big
be
day.
cool to have a
A
hashtag.
hashtag.
Yeah.
Open bar.
Actually, real quick, better than a
I already
hashtag
know the
because
answer to that.
we did a hashtag for our wedding and put pictures and stuff of it up, and then we were excited to like, hey, like who posted pictures on our hashtag, but not everyone has social media like that.
Yeah.
But what we've been doing recently is giving QR codes that
Yes,
you know
I
you
saw
can
that.
scan it and it just links to the folder that all your other files can be dumped in anyways. So then
Yeah, I saw
all your
that
guests
too.
just upload their stuff right to that.
That's a cool thing.
Yeah, it's like QR codes. You can go to QR code generator for free. Go to Canva, just design something.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. And you don't have to pay for anything. So
It's really cool.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. Rapid fire.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Open bar or cash bar?
Open bar.
Yeah.
Live band or DJ?
DJ.
Winter sports or summer sports?
Summer
Summer.
sports.
Who would win in a race?
I would.
No, yeah, he probably would.
Who's getting sunburned first on the beach?
I am.
Yeah, he doesn't wear his.
We learned that. Favorite sport to watch?
I would say football,
I'd say football.
maybe basketball.
Movie night or game night?
Movie night.
But we-
Biggest fear?
snakes.
Drowning.
Ooh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That would be a big fear.
Who takes up more space in bed?
She does.
Yeah.
She's like,
I was making this joke until we got
on
a
me.
king size bed. I was always sleeping like right on the edge.
it's
just
me.
this.
Like I wake up, I'm like, can you move over a little bit? And she's got like half the bed available on the other side of her. I'm like, are you
That's
kidding
so
me?
funny.
She just likes to
She wants
snuggle.
to snuggle.
Well, tonight in bed, like her back is against me, and I'm like, do you mind? I'm trying to fall off the bed here.
You need one of those like baby border
Exactly.
blockers.
Sometimes I just give her a friendly just push over.
Who's more likely to cry during a sad movie?
I feel like I am.
I am, I think.
Oh, okay.
No.
Has to be really sad though.
Yeah.
Click. Adam Sandler dying at the end.
Or like we were scrolling Netflix and we passed. You see My Girl?
Oh yeah.
That's sad.
That's yeah.
Terribly
That's
sad.
everyone watching is
Yeah.
bawling. You've never
Yeah.
seen it, have you?
It's really
I
sad.
don't think I've seen that one.
You should watch it together sometime if you guys get a chance.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a classic.
It is a classic. It's for sure a classic. How long have you guys been together?
Almost 3 years.
Yeah, coming up on 3 years.
Nice. I love that.
What's your dating
Cool.
anniversary out of curiosity?
September 29th.
Oh, cool. That's
So
close to
some
our wedding
months we don't
anniversary.
have it because of the
Oh, that's true.
some months get cut because of the 28. Well,
For
February.
for leap year?
Yeah,
What
I
do you mean?
guess like some.
There's only 29 days.
No, but like February 28th. Sometimes there's only.
Your dating anniversary is February 29th?
It's September.
No, I know, but like if we were celebrating like every month or something.
Like if you're doing your
I'm
month.
sorry,
Like,
I
if
wasn't
you did
being
like
very
a whole
clear.
dating
We call her-
anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like,
No,
no,
that's
Oh
true.
yeah, no, we
29th,
do that.
31st.
Well, we did that for
That's
a while.
what she meant. Yeah, I
That's
understand.
sweet,
No, like
though.
every
Yeah.
month we're like, happy anniversary.
Yeah.
It's our 2 year and 2 months.
two
Oh my
months.
gosh, no, we don't do that anymore. But
You should every month.
That's
it should be
really
celebrated.
awesome, though. What a
Yeah.
great way to keep that like freshness of like
the
freshly
spark.
dating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I fully support that. That's
Yeah,
super cool.
definitely.
How long have you two been together?
We were just debating, trying to do the math for it the other day. It's funny. We've been married for 6 years. No.
September 21st
Yes.
is our 6th year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
wow.
So
So married for 6 years. And before that, we were dating for like a year and then friends for a few months before that.
Nice.
So, how did you guys meet?
You want to explain it or you want me to explain it? She
We
want
met
me
at-
to explain it. So we met at a bar at Shippensburg. And I was there with a couple buddies of mine.
And I was with my friends.
She was with
so.
her friends. We didn't know at the time she lived on the same street as I did.
Oh, wow.
And so I saw her and I was like, hey, she's kind of cute.
Ooh, she's
I want to go talk to her. And
Gosh.
my buddies are like, go ahead. And I went over there and I hit her with the cheesy pickup line. I was like, hey, you look really familiar. Do I know you? And she's like, I don't think so. Like she played like innocent, very innocent when I went up to her, and then we started chatting throughout the night at the bar, and yeah, just kind of went from there. The rest is history.
Aw.
was
That's
that
cool.
moment that you guys like felt more than just like, hey, that's that person at the bar? When was that like, oh, this could be something serious?
I think it was more so the day after, like when we both reached out to each other
and we
and,
just
and
kinda
decided
started
to link
hanging
up
out.
and started hanging out, meeting for the first time for breakfast the next morning.
I don't think it was the next. I think
It might have been
was-
2 days after that, but
That's so cute.
regardless, yeah, I think there was definitely some spark at the bar, but you know, when you're in college and you're at the bar, it's like it's not the environment was very loud, so
Yeah.
it wasn't the best
Yeah, we
environment.
didn't get to know each other
to
until
get to
like
know each other
we
that
went on
much.
dates and stuff, and then
But
yeah, we
but
did.
yeah,
We started dating like a month after.
a month after.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
And then you guys, how long were you dating before you got engaged?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
So you've been engaged for almost a year now?
So
Yeah.
started dating in September of 21, got engaged November of 23.
You're great with dates. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that.
The rapid fire, who would be the one to remember the anniversary?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you ask me when we got engaged, like I didn't even know a little bit ago. and she was like, "Oh, it
we
was
were
the
doing
4th."
a
I
little
was like,
back in history kind of thing
Yeah.
on the way here. I was
okay.
like, oh gosh, I don't know all the dates because I didn't know what you guys were gonna ask.
I mean, I knew the date when we originally started dating, but
Yeah.
like in terms of getting engaged, yeah, I didn't. But crazy thing that happened was when we got engaged, the street. So we got engaged. I don't know if this is a question you're gonna ask us.
Go for it.
We got engaged in Rehoboth,
Okay.
Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. And the street that we got engaged on, like I'm from Pennsylvania, keep in mind, out towards Philadelphia-ish area. the street we got engaged on was Philadelphia Street or Philadelphia Ave
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
in
cool.
Delaware.
It was so
So
funny.
it was
planned?
very ironic. No,
we had
That's
no
amazing.
idea.
just very ironic.
My dad's like, look up at the sign.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
which was very
Yeah.
cool.
It was the
I love
intersection of Philadelphia and Maryland Avenue.
Yeah, right.
What?
That would have been perfect. I love that. Sorry.
So if you guys, as you're like growing in your relationship, you're getting to know each other, maybe what are some of the highs and lows that you guys experienced? Like what was like some of the best moments and like maybe what were the biggest challenges you guys had?
I think the biggest challenge was after we graduated college, we did long distance for a whole year. So like that was hard because like I'm a teacher and he works at Enterprise. So like we were doing like the long distance kind of thing. And like we would like pick weekends, like, okay, you come here for one weekend, I'll go there for a weekend. So I think that was like the biggest like hurdle. But then like he eventually moved out to Maryland. And then I don't know what, like, I guess what are some highlights?
Highlights for me would be, yes, like she said, moving out here to Maryland, deciding to move away from my parents, move out of my parents' house, which honestly was a little hard for me because obviously living there all my life. But ultimately, I wanted a new start. So starting new in a fresh area that I didn't know anything about was something that I was really looking forward to. And we spend all the time together. So like we do everything together, go to dinners, do anything. So that's been a highlight for me.
Oh, yeah.
What
That's
about flip
awesome.
flop? What's been the biggest challenge for you?
I was honestly thinking the same thing as she said, but I would say the biggest challenge just in general would be not being able to see my family as much. Not that that's a bad thing, not seeing them a lot, but it's just like we make it out there I would say every month,
Yeah.
at least once. But yeah, just they're far away, about 3 hours away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I guess for highlights, just like traveling together. We like to explore new places. We go to Charleston every New Year's. That's I guess a highlight. Going on beach trips is a highlight. I don't know, just exploring new things.
Beautiful.
It
You've
is.
been?
Beautiful.
It's
I love
probably one of his
Charleston.
favorite places, actually.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
I like Wilmington, Charleston, Savannah. They're all very different.
I've never
Yeah.
been to Savannah or
Savannah's
Wilmington. But
Charleston's like maybe a little bit more.
Upbeat.
Yeah, like
Undeveloped.
Savannah maybe like a little bit more on the like unkempt. It's still beautiful, but it's like a little bit less kept than the peninsula, at least of Charleston.
Yeah.
Charleston's very
Yeah.
historic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very. I
But
don't know
it's
if you
like
guys have done the
clean.
carriage ride.
It's like
Yeah, I would say, I feel like they do.
even though it's historic, it's like revitalized.
It
and-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. They got those old cobblestone roads
Yep.
in Charleston, which is crazy.
It's just so much character.
It is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone's
Cast iron
nice.
everywhere.
Everyone's nice
Yeah,
there,
that's
I feel
right.
like.
That's helpful too. That happens as you go more south,
Yeah.
typically.
My sister, the middle sister that I have she's still younger than I am, but she lives in Charlotte, outside of Charlotte, North
okay.
Carolina, with her boyfriend. I was gonna say fiance. I don't know why. And yeah, he works for NASCAR, so
Oh, fun.
they're hanging out
He's
there.
the social media
manager for
Takes all the
Joe Gibbs.
pictures.
Nice.
yeah.
That's so much
He's
fun.
always the
Gibbs
one on the
version.
sideline taking pictures
Yeah.
with the purple vest. If you ever watch NASCAR races,
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's in the pits.
I know him.
travels in their private jets, which I'm jealous about. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what
pretty
he
cool.
does. So
That's awesome.
She's in her master's program right now for speech pathology. So
Oh,
yeah, she
wow.
wants to work with like disorders in kids, particularly like having trouble swallowing and stuff, like
Yeah.
very young kids. So she's doing that at the University of Scranton right now.
Wow.
So
That's really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so
That's awesome. Well, I know you guys have like a year, but you guys are planning the wedding.
playing.
Yeah. How is that going? And I'm curious also, what's your priority like for the big day? Like what's your main, other than like get married?
Yeah.
I guess so. We pretty much have everything planned besides like
That's
the little
awesome.
like details like the hair and makeup and like the
Florist.
cake and the florist. We haven't like got all that stuff like taken care of yet. But I guess like the biggest priorities for like our day is just to like make sure
Everything goes.
smoothly. I know there will be bumps in the roads here and there, but to like have fun with everyone, making sure like everyone's having a great time, just like living in the moment, I guess, and just making like memories together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you mentioned bumps in the road, so it can happen. So I'm curious, do you feel like there's anything in particular that you're like preparing yourself to like, okay, this is, you know, my plan of attack to figure out how to
No
deal with that?
idea.
I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy. Maybe something like something falls, like someone's dish or something, or like something like that. Like a waiter drops something, and
I have no idea.
something small like that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything huge. I mean, yes, we're going to have a lot of people at the wedding, but it's at the same
But you can't
time,
control what happens.
it's like you can't control
yeah.
that. Like that's just it's natural for stuff like that to happen. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't really know.
Who's
Well, and your
done-
venue has a great like even like
Yeah.
weather plan. They have a great,
Yeah.
beautiful backup plan if there is, you know,
Yeah.
not great weather. So
Yeah. And we're doing inside.
We're doing it
the
inside.
chapel.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing the chapel there.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to do
about
the
that. I love
inside.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah.
Let's go on.
No, okay, yeah. So your dynamics with planning,
Mm-hmm.
you know, who's been taking the weight? Like, have you guys been splitting it evenly? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
She's done it all. She's pretty much done it all in terms of like, once we got engaged, it felt like the month after, she was already on the ball, like on top of everything. Like we already had things planned out, like a month after. Like it was like we had the venue picked out. We had
That's
we
awesome.
had well, we didn't get cake or anything picked out yet, but we got food tasted. We tasted the food. Everything was out. Like it's I don't know.
I feel like I've done a lot of the planning, but I also like run everything by him. So like I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, we got to go here for this, and then obviously he's putting his input in and stuff. So like it's like an equal thing, but I'm like reaching out to like all the vendors and stuff like that.
She reached out. I didn't even know she did at first, but we're having. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ryan Smetzer.
Yeah.
We're having Ryan Smetzer at our wedding, so that so we got to meet him actually at the other wedding we were just in.
Cool.
He
awesome.
was supposed to do that originally, but he was double booked. So he sent his mentor, who mentored him, and then Ryan comes strolling in during the rehearsal, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know he was supposed to be here today. And so it was good. It was good to meet him and gain a little bit of connection with him. So.
Yeah.
I
that's
would
awesome.
endorse him on our podcast. We will probably have him on our podcast at some point.
Yeah, yeah,
Ry-
that'd be
Ryan's
great.
good friend.
Seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
He'll kill it.
yeah,
he'll
for
he'll
sure.
MC the heck out of your wedding. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious, is there something that you feel like has been, so like, I mean, you're on it, like you're basically done, but
Yeah.
so do you feel like there was anything or is anything that's been difficult for you to like either navigate or like a question that is just like, you're like, why can't I get this answered or figured out or something that's kind of been like, you know, pain in your neck type thing?
I guess nothing's like been like really like, I don't even know. Like I guess the thing that like I cannot make a decision for is the color schemes. I still
Okay.
cannot make a decision. Like I keep like the bridesmaids dresses. I'm like, I just don't know what color to do. Like I bought like 3 different color samples and like I just cannot make a decision still.
Choose all
So,
three.
yeah, I know everyone. I keep like asking like all my bridesmaids. I'm like, what one do you like? And like,
You'll have to get
I don't know.
her take. You'll
Too
have to
many mixed
get.
reviews.
You'll have to get a
Yeah.
get a look
I
at
feel
it.
like-
See if
Oh,
you
I'm
see
more
what
than
you-
happy. More
Yeah.
than
You'll have
happy.
to
I just don't know. Like, I don't want anything like too like we're going for like blues. So
Okay.
like, I don't want anything like too light of a blue, but I
Yeah.
don't want anything like super dark. So like, I'm just like kind of like in the like the in between. So
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm
cool with
gonna-
wearing whatever. I'll wear anything.
yeah. So I think like that's like the biggest thing I can't make a decision on.
It is.
Yeah.
It's tough because it's like, am I going to change before? Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's going to change. Like, it's
Yeah.
what time of year is it? Is my favorite color going to be different at that point in time?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like my colors change every couple of years of like what I like. So
Yeah,
that's definitely
exactly.
understandable.
We had a couple back in, I think it was 2019, Ashley and Matt. I loved this ensemble, and I'd be happy to send it to you afterwards. But the ensemble of her bridesmaids and the different shades of blue that they used for the dresses, the way that it looked together in photo and video was just like, chef's kiss. It was beautiful. So
Yeah.
have to send that to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you trying to do like everybody's in the same color, or do you want to?
I don't
vary
know. So I'm doing like different style dresses. I'm like letting
Okay.
everyone choose their own and stuff. But like I don't know if I want to do like different types of blues. I don't know.
it? Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
cool.
decided on that yet.
I ended up doing different styles, different colors. Like everyone was, but it was all like
Fall
chiffon.
palette.
It was a fall
Okay.
palette.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fall
so everyone
palette.
was in like darker kind of jewel tones.
That's really pretty.
And then, but it was all chiffon. So I was like, you can get whatever dress you want. I don't care. But it has to be this material so it looks like relatively like it goes. But actually, so it's cool because you had said you also love like talking about trends and stuff. Nowadays, they're starting to put the groomsmen in different stuff too.
Really?
So like before, it was already kind of a trend of like the girls can be in different colors or same color, different styles. But then now I've seen a ton of people are putting all their groomsmen in like either different shades of gray and
That's
then like
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know.
I don't know if I'm a big fan of that.
No?
No, I kind of like everybody looking the same.
Yeah.
Personally, is that what you did for your wedding?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually I had my guys go more low key. I just had them do just suspenders and the bow tie, and then I had the full jacket and everything, just so not to say I stand out,
Just
but
to
like,
make you stand out a little.
Yeah,
I
I
know what
like
you mean.
that.
my guys are like, it could be a hot day, September 21st, just like you guys. The end of June, it could be hot, it could be cold. I was like, don't worry about the jacket.
Yeah.
We'll just do everything but the jacket.
Which
And
was
they were
a good
like,
idea.
They were like, yeah, that's great, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So.
It did end up being perfect because it was so hot. Everyone was dripping
You remember
sweat.
how hot it was that day?
It was humid. It wasn't
Humid.
super
Yeah.
hot, but it was so humid, and we were all dancing so hard that
Yeah.
we were just soaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid about
Because
It's gonna be
I
like-
know Bluebird they don't have air condition inside.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah.
And being in June, I'm hoping it's going to be one of those cooler June days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're hoping. We're crossing our
Not
fingers.
like days like it's been, like 95.
Hopefully it's not like 100
So
degrees.
hot.
Oh my
The
god.
humidity.
Well, if we had record-setting June temperatures this year, hopefully next year.
I know
it'll
that's
be
what
a
I was
cool
thinking.
June.
I'm just afraid it's gonna rain. We haven't had no rain, but I feel like next June it's gonna be like a monsoon.
Well,
That's what she worries about.
I mean, we believe for good weather for you guys. We'll just say it right now. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great weather for your
gonna
wedding
be good.
day. It's gonna be exactly what you want it to be. So.
Okay, so we're already kind of touching on trends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, are there any trends that you're like, oh, I have to have that at my wedding, like champagne tower or bubble send off
So
or
she was really keen on having like sparklers outside.
Well, I want to do the sparklers and the bubbles. I feel
and
like
the bubbles.
I love that.
I don't know, maybe like
Yeah.
kind of like incorporating both of them somehow, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they're really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I was literally just asking somebody the other day. We were doing, we were talking about like sparkler send off or bubble send off, and they were like, oh, I don't know, I can't choose. I was like, do them both. Like,
Yeah, I
that'd be
know.
so
I feel
much
like that would
fun.
be so cool.
Now,
So-
another thing that it's always been a trend for me personally at a wedding she knows what I'm going to say.
Oh no.
So anytime I'm at a wedding, no matter whose wedding it is, whatever song is on, I do the worm to.
Nice.
So,
Yes.
so I make it a priority to have the right song in there to do the worm. And
What is
everyone,
that song? What is the perfect worm
usually,
song?
usually it's
Turn down for what?
well,
Do the worm for what?
what's it called?
I have
By
no
Usher.
idea.
Yeah.
You know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah,
called,
yeah.
It's called yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's called
that's the
Yeah.
song to do the worm to.
That's great. Here, like, yeah? Yeah? Oh, that's so good. Well, I am curious. So, I mean, you got your planning done so fast. So I'm really curious what your advice is for people that either it feels like it's dragging on or it's really hard, or like how
No
did you stay
stress.
organized? How did you stay stress-free? How'd you get it done?
I think just like taking one thing at a time. Like, I think just like knowing like what, like, I guess it really helps to like know like who to reach out to, because like Bluebird has like a really nice list for you. So like
Yeah.
that kept us like nice and organized. Like I would like reach out to people and like do like all these like searches on the web of like ratings and reviews and stuff. So like that really helped me like understand like, oh gosh, I don't even know. I feel
No,
like I'm
that's
going
great.
all over the place here.
No, you're doing great.
But I don't even know what I was gonna say. So like just like making a list of like vendors and then like staying organized of like, okay, I reached out to this person, I have this person booked,
Yeah.
and so on.
So did you like handwrite a list, or did you find one online, or?
I kind of just used my notes on my phone and just like kind of made
Yeah.
like a list of like, okay, I'm gonna reach out to the photographer, I'm gonna reach out to the videographer and stuff like that.
That
So.
what she would do is she reached out to different people at the same time. So like, she didn't just reach out to one person and wait for them to respond.
Yeah.
She more so went above and beyond and reached out to a couple just so like she can have options.
Yeah.
Which I found really easy for her because yes, we met with a few different people, but then we can actually sit back and think like, who do we want to go with?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And everyone's great, so it's
Yeah,
just so
everybody's.
hard
It's
to,
hard to pick. It is, but it's just to provide different views on
Yeah.
things. So
I love that you had that though, that you say everyone's great, it's hard to pick. I love that you didn't find somebody that was like, well, they're awful.
like, I feel like everyone's great in the wedding industry. Like I just feel like it's just everyone's so nice and like so welcoming and like trying to make your day like the best day. So
That is
Yeah,
because you
I'm
guys
so-
chose the right venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have assembled a list of people that are like that. But
Yeah.
for a lot of couples, they don't run into that scenario.
yeah.
That's very
So-
true. Because
That,
I
the
feel like,
preferred vendors list is key. So I'm glad they
Yeah.
had that for you.
yeah,
So.
definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm really grateful for that because that doesn't happen for everybody.
We could
so
share
I
you a lot
love
of
that you
horror
had that.
stories.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
Very
So-
true.
You can go on Reddit and just find them all.
I mean, even our own, like we were like the last week, we were like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen on the day of? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our wedding, our personal
Like, yeah.
wedding. Yeah. Like, you know.
no, yeah, not ones we've worked. We were
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really
Back
does
before
help
the
to have.
internet was even existed.
Yeah.
It really helps to have that preferred list from Bluebird.
Yeah.
So that really set us up for success.
Yeah. I was gonna
Understanding.
ask how do you stay stress free, but I feel like that probably helped you a ton.
Yeah, it did. And then just honestly, just kind of taking one thing at a time.
and
Yeah.
her being a teacher, teaching comes with a lot of stress, obviously.
Yeah.
So she's done a really, really good job with like kind of time management. A lot of time management because coming home from school, she's had to like dedicate her own time doing lesson planning and stuff like that. So she kind of incorporated the wedding stuff in with that.
Yeah, so it was a
Yeah.
lot. But honestly, like this summer's been nice just to kind of like reach out to people and like really like devote time to wedding planning instead of like doing the school stuff. So
Yeah, that's true. That's probably been nice.
yeah.
I'm sitting here realizing that like we talked earlier about how much you love being like hyped up. And how many times you've been like, I really love that she did this, and I respect her for doing this, and I like that's so sweet.
Oh,
It makes me
you're
so
just
happy.
realizing it.
It's just awesome. I love that.
Yeah, what do you guys love most about your relationship? Like, what have you found through all the planning stuff, the college time, the long distance, all this stuff? Like, what has been like the thing?
I just think we understand each other. Like I don't think yes, there are times where, you know, small arguments over dumb stuff. But then we look back at it, we're like, why are we doing that? Like, why are we arguing? It's not something we should argue about. But what do you think?
I just feel like from day one, like we understand each other and like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't even know. This is
We
hard.
have not even like, so we never even had like similar likings. Like we liked watching movies, stuff like that. Like she likes country music a lot. I, growing up, didn't listen to country that much. But here we are, we're going to Luke Combs concert on Saturday. So
Happy birthday!
yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's like,
I just feel like we understand each other and like really, I don't know. I feel like we're very similar in like different perspectives, but
Yeah.
so.
Awesome.
What would you, sorry, this is like mostly curious because we're both very strong personalities. So we had to work through a lot of communication and like get on the same page with so many different things. And it seems like you guys are pretty amicable already naturally. So,
Yeah.
so what about each other do you love the most? Like what qualities about each of you really make it so that it's like you guys are on the same page?
I personally think she's a very selfless person. So she does everything for anybody else. But
yeah, I feel like
she doesn't give herself enough credit for it. So
something I feel like Zach's just very like caring and like charismatic about everything. Like he's always there for me, and like I feel like he goes out of his way for other people too. So I feel like we just have that kind of like connection of like helping others before we help ourselves.
Yeah.
So
I love you guys. That's awesome. And that is really like just it's so key to a healthy relationship is not being self-centered and being able to, you know, be a little self-sacrificial for the sake of a healthy marriage coming soon. So, well, thank you so much for coming in. I really, really appreciate you guys' time and being willing to open up and give a little information so people can plan
Absolutely.
as quick and easy as you, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
Really just find an awesome venue and they'll help you coach you through it.
absolutely.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm not good at this part. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Try again.
Rewind.
The sign off part is like it's so because it's like the unnatural.
You're gonna come up
part.
with a
I'm not,
catchy
like-
thing like.
Well, and like I'm not
See you
just
later.
trying to, right? See you guys. Well, yeah. Okay. So thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate all the information you shared. And if you guys have anything you want to comment below, ask any questions for either our coming brides or vendors that we're going to hopefully bring in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit all the special buttons so you can keep up with all of our shenanigans. And as always, be blessed, less stressed, and plan happy. Okay. There's like the official stuff.
I like that was a really good like outro.
Thank you.
Aw.
I
Really
appreciate
good
that.
outro.
You're just an awesome hype man. I love it.
I talk
really
to
appreciate
I'm very
Oh gosh.
like I like to communicate a lot with
Here,
people.
here goes with his sales.
Are you,
got my
are you
first
in
good.
sales at Enterprise?
Yeah, so pretty
it.
much. I mean, have you guys rented a car before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who rents it to you.
Cool.
I'm the guy who's behind the counter doing all the stuff back there, all the customer service based stuff.
Yep.
And yes, I do confront a lot of not so happy customers who have not so happy things to say about us.
Yeah.
But over time, I've worked with Enterprise for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years, August 8th. I've kind of learned how to handle things like that.
Yeah.
So it's just my people skills. Like I find them being pretty good, personally. I can
Yeah.
talk to people easily, and yeah.
Yeah.
The way you communicate
Retail
seems to put people at ease as well.
Yeah.
So it's like really just comfortable sitting and chatting
Yeah,
with you guys.
like I have my coworkers say, how can you because yes, there are sales like when like we get graded on sales at my office, like or just Enterprise in general. Like their employees, if you sell certain protection products and stuff, it's like we get graded on that, and I'll have my coworker who's fairly new say, "How could you sounded so smooth when you were talking to them?" I said, "It's just a conversation. You're not trying to sound like a salesman. You're
don't wanna
not. You're
sound like a
just
salesman.
you're just strictly wanting to sound like somebody who wants to just have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then you just bring it up. It's just something that comes up when you're talking, and I don't know.
It comes more naturally to some people
Yeah.
than others, though.
It does.
I was in sales for quite a few years. I sold furniture for 2 years, and then I sold RVs for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
3 years. I say fur.
Not 4 years.
No, I
3
say
years.
fur when it's like instead of
Fur.
saying 4.
I think that's
But yeah.
something she would do too.
For sure.
Er,
But yeah, like I used to get picked on by all the other salespeople because I just had such a different way, and like they were actually more successful in the sales department.
Yeah.
But my customers had more longevity. Like
Hmm.
my customers were more committed to me because it was just conversational. It wasn't
Yeah.
like you gotta buy it. Like people don't like
Yeah.
that though.
Yeah.
unless you're really trying to buy it, and then it's
Unless-
like
yeah,
super
just
key.
give me-
I don't want a relationship with you, salesperson. I want to buy it right now.
That's true. I did have some people. They were like, I don't care about
Yeah.
you. Like just give me the RV.
Yeah, tell me more about this stuff.
So funny.
Yeah, man. So what is just like what is one thing that you guys want out of your wedding more than anything else? This is like just more of me be curious.
Just, yeah.
I think just everlasting memories.
Yeah.
Honestly, like pictures where we can look back on.
I love
and,
pictures.
Like pictures we can look at and say, like we can just remember like that what that specific moment was like.
We have Mary Sarah as our photographer.
You know
Yep.
Mary Sarah? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
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 I think I've only met her once.
You're
I
coming
don't,
to
I
the
don't
wedding,
get to
right?
work the weddings very often.
And I didn't know you guys
I
even
hope,
did.
but I don't work weddings very often anymore.
Like one or
No.
two.
Well, we would
a
love
year.
to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
That's
so
awesome.
sweet.
Yeah.
We didn't even know you guys did photos. I thought you guys were just strictly videographers. So
Yeah.
Well, get rid of her. You gotta. No, I'm just kidding.
we end up on a lot of preferred vendors lists for video because they already have so many photographers, but they don't often
okay.
have videographers.
I mean, hey,
But-
if you guys want to snap a few pics. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just
right?
kidding. I'm kidding.
He's done both before. Like
Oh my
literally
gosh.
2 cameras, and they
That's
both turned
crazy.
out phenomenal. I'm like, how?
That's
Like that
crazy.
picture is like one of the best pictures from the day, and that video is like perfect moment. Yeah, I'm impressed
it's
by him
fun.
a lot.
Aw, thanks, sweetie.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm learning from Zach. I'll be your hype man.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I'm not a hype man. I'm there to ease the mood.
The encourager.
Encourager. I love it.
What do you feel like? Just like, what advice would you want to get from a married couple that has been married for 6 years, if you need any?
Oh, assuming we've got the answers.
What's keeping you guys together? Is like is a big one. Like what's keeping what keeps the spark going?
Yeah.
And like
How deep
just
do we want to get?
oh, are we asking you?
That's what he's saying.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like just an example.
are we
of
still
that.
on the
perfect.
camera?
no,
Are we still being videoed?
I mean, technically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean,
don't even
yeah, what would you ask? Yeah, what would you ask
Oh,
a
well.
married couple? And then,
Oh,
like, if
okay.
I, you know,
I
If we
didn't know
have
you
the
were. I didn't
answer.
know we were. I didn't even think about it. You guys been like married that long, but.
we're ancient.
well, that's why I said I'm like,
I would
assuming we have the
say
answer.
2011. We never remember the.
No, so disregard the question that I already said because I was thinking.
That's a
do you
great
have anything?
question.
I would say
I
that's a
would
good
say that was a phenomenal
question.
question.
I mean, if you want to answer it, you can.
Yeah. Do you have anything?
I don't know.
Well, let me think of
trying
a
to
new
think.
question.
I'm really bad at asking questions.
Well, how about I turn the question from earlier back to you? What's for the time you guys have been married? What's the most exciting moment or moments that you've gone through,
Exciting moments.
or like memorable?
100%
you-
our children.
Yeah.
It's hands down like the
Oh, well,
moment.
yeah.
The moment that I
You were
saw my
thinking of
son for the
that.
first time.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like just us, but
Life changing.
Then how about just you two?
the struggle of going through that
Yeah.
with her? Because it was not a fun pregnancy.
No.
At
well,
all.
both of them.
Both of them, but the first one was really tough, and like hospitalization at periods, like
Yeah.
tough, and just like her courage to go through pregnancy and delivery with like no drugs, like all natural, like childbirth, and then just to see like her resolve, like I was like, that is so crazy that I'm married to this woman. So.
I think it was different for you too, because like I had never had resolve like that, like to that extent, where like I was like, no, this is a wonderful pregnancy, even though it, by a lot of people's standards, was not. And then the fact that like I went through the giving birth with no medical intervention. I never like other than for my child, like I never would have had resolve like that. So I think it was just something really new for him that he was like, oh, she's got that in her.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, because I had asked, being a believer, I asked God if I could have her hand in marriage. Because I asked her dad said yes. So I asked God, and God said, I felt like God said to me, if you could see her on the worst day of your life, and that was the rest of her life, would you still love her? And I said yes. And then that was like put to the test in our relationship. because,
Immediately after marriage.
She went through like some really tough times with some different health issues. And it was like, I had never seen anyone go through the level of trials that she was going through in her life. And so like, you're asking about what would keep you together. And it's like, for me personally, it's definitely my relationship with God
Yeah.
above anything else. And then it's like, if I didn't have that guiding light, I don't know, if I was who I was before God intervened in my life, I don't think we would be together, because I would have given up. I would have quit. I would have been like, this is too tough.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was like, I made this commitment not only to her but to God, and I actually believe in that covenant.
Yeah.
it was like super awesome to get on the other side of that and be able to celebrate together.
Yeah.
And I think we're in a season of jubilee of just like celebrating our relationship now, because like we went through so many hurdles together that it's like we're still super busy, 2 kids, a growing business, trying to figure out life and being in a new city. And but yeah, man, it's really cool when you can go home at the end of the day and you have somebody that has your back no matter what.
Yeah.
And I think that we were talking with somebody else recently and each other about expectations, and I feel like you guys are not a couple that has a lot of negative expectations of each other. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you guys don't really put things on each other that you don't communicate about.
Yeah.
And so I definitely see you guys being able to go the distance in your relationship because of that. But like a lot of people that are more strong, maybe strong-headed like we are, we can be like, well, I kind of like thought that was just like no common sense for you to do that thing, and
Yeah.
we do that to each other, and then you realize like, oh wow, I'm setting unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
So getting rid of those in our lives has been so pivotal to know that we can go the distance. There's a couple of people that we know that don't have expectations of each other, just like you guys. It's like, man, they never even get in an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was a good answer.
Good answer. Back that one up.
I know, right? Follow that one up.
That was a good one. You could answer that question the other. Well, weren't you going to answer the one question a different way?
I answered
said,
all
like,
of them.
When he said
Three
to kids,
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
thinking of something different. Like, what's like something
Well-
memorable that happened other than your children?
Right. Let's see. I mean, it feels like so I don't know, obvious or whatever, but our honeymoon
That's what I was going to.
was, I mean, otherworldly.
It
It was otherworldly. We went to
Yeah.
Bali, Indonesia for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And it was, because getting there is a little pricey. It's really not even as bad as you would
Yeah,
think.
like
but
$750 a ticket back in 2018.
yeah, back then. But then once you're there, it's like dirt cheap. And so
Really?
we just like, you do all the things. You get like an hour and a half massage for like $6. And
Oh
it's
my
like better than
gosh.
you would get here. Like
Seriously, better.
it was,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal. And we got to travel around each part of the island. So we did, our first place was this like gorgeous custom designed house by this incredible architect right on the beach.
Oh my
Retired
gosh.
Hawaiian architect
Yeah.
who like built the house for his like professional polo playing son.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Like
Crazy.
official size polo pool, like crazy architecture.
Whole house. Like the one whole side of the house, like it was a whole house, 3 bedrooms just for us. Outdoor bathroom with a koi pond going past
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Yeah.
The whole side of the house that was on the beach was glass. Like it was phenomenal. It was $150 a night.
Yep.
So I was
Stop.
just saying.
$150 a night?
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
Like it's dirt cheap
everyone
once you
we
get
showed
there.
the house to, we're like, how much do you think this is? They're like $1,000 a night.
Yeah.
No
problem.
$1,500 a night. You're like, nope,
Take a zero
159.
off.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
But
we
like,
got to
we stayed
that.
like a nice like it was like almost like a condominium, like I don't know what the complex, a villa. It was a
Yeah.
villa with a pool like right in the middle, breakfast for you guys, and $16 a night.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That one was like more on the side of a mountain. And then we stayed in the city, Seminyak, which has the like, whatever, one of the top clubs in the world. And then we
Multiple of
just
them.
happened to meet multiple of them. And we just hit like huge disco ball, like literally like the size, yeah,
Oh my
massive.
Were they fun?
Well, we met
Dude,
the owner.
it was crazy.
It was insane.
It was like 5 levels, and there was like something crazy going on each level. There was like dudes dancing with mirrors and like laser light
Laser
shows.
light show.
And like
Some really
It
famous
was
DJ,
crazy. It
not
was
that I knew who
crazy.
it
It was
was.
Really
Oh my
famous,
gosh.
famous out
people
there.
walking on stilts,
No,
breathing
no,
fire,
like world, yeah,
World renowned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have
That's
no idea who
crazy.
they were, but
Did
like
you hear the songs before or no?
I don't. Do you remember who the DJ was? Somebody.
Yeah.
That, I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I mean, Bali's such a popular destination.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
anybody would want to go there to perform.
A lot
because
of
it's
people
incredible.
in Europe and Australia, like that is their go-to, like that's their Hawaii. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think more affordable.
She got
So-
stolen.
Oh, that's a story.
Yeah.
No, like genuinely, we thought that I was being kidnapped.
You know?
Stop.
So it is actually one of the safest places in the world. They have like basically no crime.
Yeah.
But for some, and it's like almost kind of our fault. For some reason, we went to the club. I didn't have a spot to put my phone, and so I gave it to him. Didn't have a spot to put my passport, and so I gave it to
Oh my
him.
God.
And then we took separate motorbikes. So the
We
way
were on
we
the
did
back
it,
of somebody else. Like,
Yeah, like
this
we
random
each-
guy on the street, we give him money and he.
it's a taxi,
yeah.
but it's a scooter.
But it's like, just some random guy with a motorbike.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So the one we did on the
I would
way
be freaked
there,
out.
my guy just followed his guy. Like my guy didn't have a GPS. He just followed his guy, and we were good. On the way back home, they pulled out their own GPSs, and then his guy turned left. My guy did not. And I'm like, immediately in my head, I'm like, I don't have my phone. I don't have my GPS. Like, what's
She's looking
happening?
fine, she's like.
I mean, I was like dressed for the clubs, like clothes like I wouldn't normally wear. And yeah, so like he keeps going and he keeps going. And I'm like, they turned, but like there's a language barrier. And so I'm like, they turned. And he's like, no. And I was like, yeah, like back there. So finally he pulls over, he's scrolling on his phone, and I'm like, okay, I'm just reassuring myself he's at least trying. Like he's at least trying to find Chris. Until that point I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like,
Do I have to jump off the back of this thing?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What were you thinking?
Meanwhile, I'm like,
He didn't.
pulled over on the side of the road, talking to this guy, like paying him, like looking back, I'm like,
No, you had. That was it. This was after that. He took you back to the hotel.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
stopped at some side shop.
I was running down the middle of the street, just yelling her name and being
Yeah.
like, where the fuck is my wife?
He's like, "Where's my wife?"
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Yeah.
because she was like right behind me the whole time. And like,
Yeah.
when we turned, there was traffic. So I was distracted by the traffic because like, how is he going to navigate all this traffic?
Well, it was traffic, and no one could find the hotel. It the GPS wouldn't take you there. So he was
Yeah.
trying to direct. So he's like stopped turning around and checking on me for the last like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
So
my
then
gosh,
my
I would be
guy, I'm like,
freaked out.
I'm trying to direct him, but it's dark. I can't remember how to get back. And so finally, praise God, he just like, I see him running. I saw a guy before that I thought was him too. So I was like, that's him. And so we pull over and it wasn't him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like at this point, I'm like, adrenaline's like wearing off
Yeah.
Oh my
already.
gosh.
So anyway, I'm alive.
We
I'm
found
here.
each other and it was like,
It
You hug
was-
each other?
Oh, it was
yeah.
literally like
Oh,
dramatic
yeah.
movie, like, oh, okay.
we were slightly tipsy, we didn't have
Yeah.
a ton to drink. But then when we met the owner of the club, he was like, I got to show you a drink from my country. And he's from Canada. He's like, pulled out a bottle of Fireball. We're like, dude, Fireball's like common. Of course
Like,
we got
so
Fireball. But yes, we'll take some free Fireball.
Yeah, we'll take a shot.
Yeah. Not spend $12
Excuse
on
me.
a drink, the most expensive thing we spent on the island. But
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah,
guys.
that's true.
Well, thanks for
Sorry
hanging
for
out
keeping
with
you
us.
so late.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Hey, we're going to Fratelli's after this, so
Are you?
Nice.
if we can
still-
get in.
Well, I mean,
They
that's
might-
a good
they might have a
restaurant to go to
wait.
if it's
Wait,
that
what is it?
popular.
Oh, it is Saturday. It is Saturday. I always forget about
They
Saturday.
get packed.
Yeah,
I feel
well-
like people are always there.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's. I don't think that, except
should
for
call
Black
them
Rock.
first, and if not,
there's
go
like
somewhere
nothing in
new.
Hagerstown that
Yeah.
ever
No.
gets like packed out.
We have
Boston,
another.
maybe.
We have another option. Have you ever had Tapia's on Main?
Yeah. We haven't been there either. That
That
was
place
a
is really
hardware
good.
store.
Yeah, that place is
Remember
really
that?
good.
Is
When you were a
Ashley
kid?
Oh yeah, it
Hardware
used to
store?
be a
Yeah,
hardware
hardware
store.
store, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Aisha Meze still there?
No.
That's a tapas place, like a Mediterranean tapas place, and it's
Tapas?
amazing in Frederick.
What's a
Oh, is it in
tapas?
Frederick
Like a
downtown?
little small like hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, it sounded like you said Tapia's.
Well, isn't it tapas on Main?
No.
Yeah, Tapia's.
Tapia's on
Tapas.
Main.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
tapas.
No.
Tapas
Maybe
are
it
like,
is. I don't
You
know.
can get like.
It's right by Middletown High School.
Yeah, it's an old hardware store.
Oh.
Yeah, where the old hardware store is, like literally right next to BP.
Is it an
There's
old
a
hardware
gelato-
store, babe?
there's a gelato
Is it an old
stand.
hardware
Pizza?
store, babe?
No, Brothers Pizza.
Babe,
right,
is it an
right
old
there.
hardware store?
You used to walk past it, Right across the
I
street from
don't-
where Molly Fox used to live.
They have gelato in there
okay.
too. Gelato. They have gelato in there too.
well,
yeah.
then you gotta
We
go
haven't
there.
had it yet, but we're more of an ice cream fan.
know,
I
Gelato's
had-
good though.
is good.
Yeah, ice cream is kind of a weakness. What flavor?
Oh. It's kind of been. I'm like cookies and cream or cookie dough kind of guy.
Cookie dough is good.
Cookie dough.
Moose
I
Tracks.
mean, Moose Tracks are good. I had this
Tracks is
really
good, too.
good. We were at the beach. Well, no, at Little Red Barn. Have you eaten at Little Red Barn?
Oh, yeah.
That's right in my mom's.
Yeah.
They had a brookie dough. It's a brownie mixed with cookie dough.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
awesome.
That was
Yeah.
delicious.
That would be bomb.
And I like brownie sundaes, as you saw.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
I'm a big brownie
Sundays.
sundae guy. Yeah, they make really good brownie sundaes at Little Red Barn.
I stopped there one time. I think I just got like hot chocolate though. It was really good hot chocolate though. The Little Red Barn.
Yeah.
His mom lives in Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
So she's like right around the corner from it.